You know what? I love yucking it up with coaches, and one of my favorite to hang out with is Honey Brown at UNC-Asheville. Coach Brown, thank you for joining us on 24 Hours Nothing But Net.
Oh, you're welcome. It's a pleasure always to be able to join this cause and to be here with you.
Well, you went above and beyond last year, and in the gym for 24 hours, you guys were matching what I was doing in my driveway. And this year, we're going to change it up a little bit, thankfully, because I feel like you guys went above. I mean, that was crazy to keep your facility open and have players in, but you guys did it. It's one of the greatest compliments of my career, and certainly of this event, that you guys would provide that kind of service.
Yeah, I mean, I think we had a lot of folks get behind it. Things that you've done for us. Of course, you want to repay the favor, but there's lots of ways I think you can repay favors. And this way was a way for us to get involved with Special Olympics even more than maybe what we've done in the past. Represent your cause, raise some money for the North Carolina Special Olympics, but also I think just bring awareness for some of our players and other community members that there's other great causes out there like Special Olympics to get behind. And for us to be able to do that last year and have some folks coming in the middle of the night shooting, it was pretty fun. But like you said, doing it, I think mixing it up helps bring a different flavor, maybe bring more awareness to folks to be able to get involved in a different way besides just showing up at Kimmel Arena.
Well, this year it's a full event downtown at Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue, and the folks down there are really excited about hosting UNC-Asheville. At the time of the taping of this interview, you guys will have done the event, and so we know it's going to be a success. When you think about getting your players involved, Honey, what do you think are some of the things that really matter the most about them understanding why service and giving are skills they have to learn and they should learn in college?
Yeah, I think it's something we talk about even in the recruiting process about building themselves, building and growing as people. And I think that, we talk a little bit more about you being given this platform and understand how to use it. And, there's lots of different ways that you can do it, but getting behind some causes like this, because it really makes you think about other people out there. We're such a self-absorbed society now with selfies and everything else that I think it makes them really figure out that you can feel even better about yourself and other things that you're doing when you can give a little bit more. And whether it's monetarily or time with our players, either way, it's service. And I think it's something they realize that they need to do with their platform that they have.
Well, I have enjoyed my trips to Asheville. I was just there recently to MC the scholarship banquet for women's sports at UNC-Asheville. Janet Cohen, the athletic director, seems like she's really hard to say no to. But living in Charleston and then getting to go to Asheville, I understand what a destination city it is. I absolutely love going to Asheville. So don't let Janet know that I would keep coming up there, in exchange for some gym time, because that's what we've been doing. I got to work out with your players. We did our free throw burpee routine, not just with two, but by the first day were two, but the next day we had five. So I've got this whole free throw burpee club now that has been created at UNC-Asheville, and I absolutely love it. I love your kids.
It's awesome. It's awesome. I think it was one of those, again, a tribute to them. I think the first couple of ladies, we had to figure out who around class schedules could come. But then I think others saw pictures, and then I just put information out like, hey, if you want to come get some shots up, do some, workout with Debbie, show up at this time. And so it was really just open invitation. So credit to them to show up and get a good workout in. I mean, I don't think people realize what you do to get ready for your 24-hour event and how hard you train at doing it. And I think for our players, it was good for them to experience something different and be able to work out with a Hall of Famer like you, Debbie.
Yeah, it's not a Hall of Fame workout, I can tell you that, because I'm like, what happens in the gym stays in the gym. As ugly as it might look, it definitely works for me because it helps me get ready. You're absolutely right, honey. And while I was there, I added a broken finger in our workout on that Tuesday with a couple of your kids. And we were doing the free throw burpee routine, and I just caught the pass, on the tip of my finger. And you were in there, thankfully, and your trainer, Kelly, was in there, thankfully. And my reaction to it was, the ball clipped my finger. I thought maybe it was jammed. I had 3 reps to finish in that set, and I finished the set. And it was like a 20-second delay between the ball hitting my finger to finishing And then all of a sudden, I think I looked at you and said, I think I broke my finger.
And you come running underneath the basket. Yeah, I just happened to be coming through because I knew you were out there, and I was like, let me come out, say hello. And our trainer just, again, she was just walking around and just happened to pop in. And like you said, it was one of those deals that it didn't happen right away, but all of a sudden here you come out underneath the basket and you're like, I think I broke my finger. And I like, look at you, look at your finger, like, Kelly, and know your role, like get some help. But as many thousands of passes as you've caught over your career, it's amazing when you catch one pass, just you catch it weird and crazy things can happen. But I'm sure you've caught all kinds of passes in your days and nothing's happened. And
it wasn't even the bad pass drill. It was a good pass. I just clipped it just clipped my finger. But what happened after that was your trainer, Kelly, took really good care of me. My finger was kind of doing this thing and it wouldn't stop, right? And we got it to calm down. She put a splint on it. And when she put the splint on it, and I kept saying to myself, don't cry, right? I couldn't let your kids to see me crying. I couldn't, no crying, right? No crying. Right. And then I looked at you and I said, I have to see if I can still shoot. Mm-hmm. And at some point during the season, your kids are going to look back and go, that old lady was doing this free throw burpee routine with a broken finger. It's got to help both of us somewhere, right? Maybe?
Yeah, for sure. Well, even that second day, there was a couple of the players came in, Taylor and Jemiah, that shot with you. And I said something about the next day, and Taylor already had said, she was like, I've got to show up. She broke her finger. She's shooting with a broken finger. So they're already saying it, Debbie. They already love you. They already respect everything that you've been doing. And you just added more fuel to the fire for them.
Well, they're definitely in the free throw burpee club. And we had a really nice dinner with them where Rick LaCivita and I took them to a Bear's Smokehouse barbecue and had a great meal. But the conversation was equally as good. 5 of your players, just getting to know them better. And, that's where, coaches talk all the time about relationships and, wanting to have good relationships with your players. If you ever take the time to really listen to the athletes and talk to them and they're such good kids. They're all good kids and they're all really interesting. And how you blend all those personalities together is really the great challenge, but really the fun part, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think that, we talk about this all the time as far as why you're in college athletics, and exactly what you talked about is part of why I do what I do. Of course, I love the X's and O's and scouting and the basketball, but I enjoy getting to know them as people. I just got a text this morning from a former player letting me know that she was graduating from her grad school and sent me the live stream because she knew I couldn't come. And that's why we do it, because we're that buffer between them becoming young women and getting out into the real world. And you hope that you're giving them skills from talking to people like you and interacting and their professors and getting them ready away from their parents as they're building their own identity and ideas, but they still have a little bit of guidance. But they're, like you said, you want to recruit great people and people that want to grow and build. And I think we've got a really good group this coming season to do big things off the court, but on the court as well.
Yeah. So, what a special place, right? Great facilities. What a beautiful setting campus is. I love downtown Asheville. It's flourishing and changing and growing. It's a beautiful place to hang out. And it would be a great place to get an education. And I have to believe, honey, there's been some domino effect or spin off of the great success that Mike Morrell and his program had on the men's side. How have you been able to take advantage or benefit from the new celebrity of UNC-Asheville in terms of bringing players, using the portal, all the things that you're trying to do as a coach right now this time of year?
Yeah, I think it varies. I think that sometimes in girls basketball or women's basketball, they're paying attention to certain men's teams. And then sometimes, it varies, I think, year to year. But I do think that their winning was awesome. And Mike does a great job and we're good friends. But I think it just brings more awareness just about winning, just winning, what's going on there. There's a winning culture. There's a winning environment. And I think that's the biggest thing that I think that we've tapped into from our side is from our players just being even hungrier. And I think talking about that with incoming recruits, like, hey, our men just did it, we can do it too. I think that's how we've tried to tap into it the most. And just the excitement in the community, I think that always it helps too from building, maybe not in recruiting, but just in fan base and interest and everything else about what's going on. And again, it's about, it's exciting, it's fun, it's winning, it's notoriety. All those pieces put together can help jumpstart us into moving in that direction as well.
Well, it's definitely an exciting time on campus, and there's a great vibe around the university, and you could feel it when you're there. And for the scholarship dinner that we had there a couple of weeks ago, what a great event with such great people in the room that truly care about watching young women have success, as they are our future leaders. I think over 50% of the population now is women. So we need these women to be leaders and to be prepared to move forward. And you're doing your part to help get your kids ready for what's next. And it's really fun to watch.
Yeah, thanks, Debbie. Well, they're, like you said, they're good kids, and we do have a lot of people in the community that really understand the value of women and the value of what women leadership does for not just this university and this community, but for our future. And it was like you said, it was a great event, but just exciting to see not just our players and some of them that were there getting recognized, but a lot of the other women's athletes on campus and how well they do in the classroom and the things that they're going to be doing in the future, and what they do in their sports is pretty awesome.
It's a remarkable, uplifting event, and I'm glad that I get a chance to be a part of it every year. And I'm grateful for your friendship, honey, and I'm grateful for the time that you spend helping us raise money in the state of North Carolina for Special Olympics. 24 hours, nothing but net. It's not the same without North Carolina and UNC-Asheville being involved. So I want to thank you for being an incredible partner and an incredible servant leader in this space for us.
You're welcome. I'm glad to be involved, and just excited about May 11th and us getting out there. And like you said, by the time this airs, you'll be down and dirty getting after it in Charleston and mountains in your driveway. So I always tune in and watch you guys, and I'm looking forward to doing that again this year.
Well, we're so grateful for your partnership. Thank you, honey, and good luck. Keep it rolling this spring and into the summer. And as a season ticket holder, I'm pulling for you all the time.
Thanks, Debbie. I appreciate it.